It's Sunday. What up, Raven? $1 you let Raven beat you. You let Raven beat you too. Golly, y'all piling in quick. Hold on. I know I'm a little late, but dang, y'all was patiently waiting by the phone. That's what's up. That's what's up. Look at all these folks piling up in here. This is crazy. This is crazy. Look at them. Who is that? Who is that? OMV. Love you too. Let me shout out these folks, man. I already shouted out Raven and $1. Who's that? Sherry? Sherry? How you say it? Taylor, I see you up in here. Super simple. Oh, my bad. Super simple. Tony Montana, how you doing? April, Chris, I see you. Ashley. And then we got an Ash up in here too. Brianna, YT Official, Joseph, what's going on with you? Lena, Master. What's up, folks? Man, we got a bunch of folks. We got a moderator. Moderator. Is that how you say it? Look, my brain is broken right now. Big brain energy not working. Desiree is in here moderating for us. We got some of my hold on. Who's this? King Cole always in here. Back with another one. We got some of my channel members in here. Dominic, Austin, what's going on with you? Brenda, I see you. What's going on with you? Who is this? How you say your name? Shanika? How you doing? You in here? Cameron's in here. PWC in here again. Lily Taylor, how you doing, gorgeous? She's in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got about 400 people in the first 2 minutes. That's crazy. That is crazy. But y'all, welcome to what will be the last live stream for at least 2 weeks. Could be longer. Could be longer. Talked about it in my live stream on Friday night. But this is going to be the beginning of the week live stream. Instead of doing it on Monday, we're doing it on Sunday. So, with that being said, what up, AOK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. All right, y'all. So, this is going to be the start of our week. Doing it on the Sunday. We are doing it on the Sunday because Monday, I'm not posting no content. Not for at least 2 weeks. Not for at least 2 weeks. But I hope y'all had a great weekend. You know, this is a Sunday night. For those that are not out and about, you know, playing around in these streets. You know, you at home hanging out with your boy. About to watch some good content. We're going to mix it up a bit. You know what I'm saying? We got some King Frostmare. We got some Mr. Ballin'. You know what I'm talking about? So we gonna mix it up and make it fun tonight. You know what I'm talking about? That's just what we gonna do. That's just what we gonna do. But anyway, I hope this is gonna be a great start to y'all week as well. And I hope y'all have a fantastic week. Y'all not gonna see me next week, but I hope you have a fantastic week. But that don't mean don't watch my videos. Y'all bet. Look, I got over 2,000 videos on this channel, so you can stay occupied with your boy while I'm gone if you want to. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, you still got a few of the big face, about as big as my face stickers available on the website. Yes, I'm autographing them. This goes to somebody. I'm about to ship this out after the live stream. I'm gonna be working on a bunch of orders so that stuff can go out to you guys first thing Monday morning. But yep, and obviously I'm gonna be shouting out people at the end of the live stream that's copping stuff on the website while we're in here. But y'all, we got over 500, almost 600 people in the stream right now. Let me read off some of these super chats, and then we're gonna get this video started. We're gonna start off with King Frostman tonight. Big Tim is always up in here. Have fun on your vacation. It ain't even gonna be a vacation. It's gonna be a break from YouTube, but it's most certainly not gonna be a vacation. It's gonna be a lot of work happening in there. A lot of work gonna be going on during that time. Amanda, shout out to you. Thank you for the $5 dono. Appreciate it so much. Stacy, well, we'll miss you so much while you're away. Oh, you're so sweet. Shout out to you. Thank you for the $15 dono. Look, y'all put the biggest smile on my face because y'all are some of the sweetest, kindest viewers any YouTuber could ask for. Like, seriously, y'all. That's why I'm so addicted to this and need a break. I need a break because I have a problem. I post like 3 videos a day. I have a problem. Y'all put a big old smile on my face though. That's why I do it. I do it for y'all. I do it to make you guys happy. So y'all ready to get this started? I'm ready to get this started. All right. So this first video is the scariest videos. Too creepy for you alone, King Frostmare. It's a long one, about 23 minutes. Y'all boys, girls ready? I'm ready.
Hello guys, I hope you're all ready for some new scary videos this week. Let's buckle up and stay frosty.
Give it to me. Y'all better stay frosty out there.
This video was captured by security guard Francisco de Ciudad, who has sent the video for review to Asylum. Apparently the man was working a night shift in the region. People say that it is a notorious place for inexplicable events that all have been reported by different staff members over the years.
Let me see it.
Tonight, this man is documenting the latest happenings.
What? This is the second plant. Let me give you a little tour here. Here are all the machines
Tonight,
they use.
this man is documenting the latest happenings.
Wait. I see something move. He says, yeah, these are the machines here that we use, you know. Of course, we don't keep them on after hours. Heck, I don't really know what they do, but, you know, we got staff that are trained to use them.
Sí. De mi lado izquierdo, pues, es todo lo que es el almacén, lo que son las láminas de los wipers, bracitos, todo lo que es accesorio de los wipers, mi amor. De mi lado izquierdo, mi amor, hay unos...
I am on edge right now. I don't know about you guys.
Baños. Sí, hay unos baños.
Hey, who's that? You know that guy? That's your boy, right? That's your boy, right? Get your boy. Hey, you didn't see your boy over there? Tell me the door's open. Oh, wait, your boy gone. Where your boy go? What was your boy doing out there? See? You didn't see your boy right there. That's a whole person. That ain't no ghost.
He was alone that night.
Nah, no. Well, he might have been alone, but he wasn't alone. And what I mean by that is, yeah, he went in there by himself, but he wasn't the only one there, clearly. This fool was there too, and he probably know who this guy is. He was like, oh wait, so-and-so's here. After hours, late night. He was probably working late tonight. I don't know what the heck he's doing here. But whatever, I'm going back to this, wherever I came from. He could be a security guard or something. Me no know. Blake, take your time. Got plenty to watch. Stay blessed, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much. Dominique, me and my boyfriend rock with you. Look, he said rock with your lies heavy. Oh, man, my bad. Shout out to you and the boyfriend. Clarissa, can you do a shout out to my kid, Valerie? And how you say this? How many kids you got? Wait a minute. Is that 5 kids? Shout out to all your kids. I can't even say their name. I see Junior and Annabelle and Isabel. Wait, dang, y'all can't even see my face. Shout out to all your pretty babies. And we got a new channel member up in here, y'all.
So, who did he capture here at the end of the hallway?
That was a security guard. He saw him there, so he didn't even acknowledge him because he saw him.
A ghost, perhaps? A former worker?
Actually, I don't even think he saw him. I don't even think he knows he was there. The dude looked like he on the phone too. You see, that looked like that's probably his elbow. He was like this. Hello. He like, hey, yeah, hey baby, what you want me to bring home from the store again? Some milk and cheese. Okay. Yeah, I'm at work still. You know, some fools in here recording with the phone. I don't even know. Okay, I'm coming. I think that's what happened. He's just talking on the phone. He just posted up, standing completely still, talking to his wife. You got to bring home the bread and the cheese and the eggs and the milk, all that good stuff. And she's cooking up some good food tonight. I don't know. I was just talking smack.
Our next clip was posted by user WisePaint. His dad is working as a caretaker and handyman in a local hotel and has many strange stories to tell about this place. Today he was tasked with fixing an air conditioning unit in one of the many rooms in this hotel. As per usual, he was recording this for hotel management and to document his thoughts and notes about this piece of machinery.
Y'all, I haven't eaten dinner. I haven't eaten since breakfast this morning. I'm hungry.
After a little while, it would appear that the man didn't seem to be alone anymore. Wise Paint stated, "My dad recorded this. At some point, he recorded a woman's voice. At least that's what we think. And then the phone seems to get touched."
I didn't hear it. I heard something, but it... Yo, what? That sounds like a demonic voice. Nah, that said more than now or no. It sounded like it was like 3 or 4 different words. It sounded like a whole sentence both times. But I can't make out what it's saying. Yo, that phone didn't look like it fell naturally. It looked like something pushed it over.
It would appear that there is indeed a voice coming through.
That don't sound like... That's
a faint whisper, but
that's not one word.
What was it saying?
Yeah.
And is it English?
No.
Then the phone seems to get tipped over and falls to the ground. A strange encounter, to say the least.
It's a possibility he didn't have the phone propped up real good. I mean, that happened to me today. I was filming a little story time video that I was gonna post, but I didn't. Whatever. But yeah, and my phone was falling.
Do you think this was just a noise created by the drill, or maybe the AC itself? Let me hear your thoughts about this. Now we will take a look at a recording that was captured by user Sock, and it certainly is a very bone-chilling one. Sock states that this video was recorded by the daughter of his girlfriend, who had a friend over at the time. They were alone for a couple of hours and thought it would be fun to do some recordings. It was also stated that the video was captured by a cell phone. The two young girls were just recording a video for another friend of theirs when something appeared on it that shouldn't have been there. The user simply wrote, "They captured something that day. The way it stands up is what gets me. Can anybody ID this figure?"
Let me see. This look like a scene out of the movie Scream. Yo, there was a figure. Somebody walked past behind these girls, and it was in all black, face covered and everything. You couldn't make out who this was. Could be her big brother. Having to stay home. He wanted to go out and party with his friends, or he wanted to go over his girlfriend's house, but his parents made him stay home and sit. He had to babysit because his little sister one of her friends was coming over, and they had to go out because they had a dinner. The mom and dad it was date night, so the big brother had to babysit. He was like, you know what? If I gotta babysit these little brats, I'm gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna scare the mess out of them. Look at him. Brother's
a dark
coming.
shadow person.
Your brother's coming to get you.
Can be seen in the background. And the really terrifying thing is,
that definitely like a 15-year-old in this costume.
How it is just swinging upwards into a walk. It looks so unnatural and spooky, And it is what frightened us.
Is that Sensor Sean? I'm gonna try. I can't promise, but thank you for the $55 dono. That's worth me trying not to jump. We got 1,400 people in the live stream. Hit that like button for your boy in the first 15 minutes.
Family the most on this day. How's this possible? Even if it was another family member that could have been home without anybody noticing.
I would look. I mean, how old are these girls? Are they old enough to leave at home alone?
Its behavior is certainly not normal. It also looks like it's shifting its shape quite a bit while walking.
Nah, it just looked like it's doing this.
Some people believe it could be the Hatman. Do you agree? Or what's your
Alexis, a grilled cheese sandwich would be awesome, but I'm lactose intolerant.
Explanation?
No, John, I don't have any siblings, but I have played pranks on people.
The next submission is another really mysterious one. It was shared by user bman87. The story goes that his fiance's children were out with two of their friends and they were taking captures around the barn one evening.
Okay.
They were scouting out the premises and preparing to shoot a little video project. They didn't come across anything strange at the time. At least this is what they stated.
Tell me about it.
Later that night, the family was going through the captures together. On one of the images, they found this.
What? I don't see it. Oh, I see it. It's right there. Zoom in. Show it to me closer. Wait, it is right there, right? That is where I'm supposed to be looking, right? You know what the freak that looks like? It looks like discoloration in the bars. It looks like this bar is lighter in this area, in that area, in that area, in that area. It looks like a illusion that's coming from the bars. But I could be wrong.
The family was baffled, and the paranormal community on Reddit also didn't know what exactly was captured that day.
Yeah, now it even looks even more like discoloration in the bars. Because if this is an entity or a spirit or anything of the sort, or even an alien, why would it be darkest right where the bar is? I'm confused.
Many believe this to be a ghost or even an alien. Could that be so? This was a pretty isolated incident for the family, and nobody besides the kids has captured something weird in the stables ever again. A mysterious one for sure, isn't it?
Man, it could be an alien with the big bulging eyes. I wonder what aliens look like for real though. It's messed up that we assume that aliens look like these little short, skinny little mofos with big heads and big eyes and butt naked. But yet they're supposed to be way smarter than us. Like, are they to the point where they're so smart and they figured out how to make everybody look the same that it doesn't, they don't even gotta wear clothes because like nothing sexualized. They have stimulants on a level that is far greater than anything that we can imagine. Or do aliens like are really sophisticated and they dress very well? I don't know.
The next video was initially recorded by Kayleigh Loch and shared on her very own channel, Love to Investigate. Kayleigh was
I like the name of her channel.
Exploring an abandoned mental asylum that day. They had their investigation equipment ready.
I want to go to a abandoned mental asylum. I think that would be dope. I'll be with my people. I'm playing. Is your name Brianna? Miss Horton, welcome to the channel. We got new members in here, baby.
They were giving the old place a nice walkthrough at first and checked out several corridors and some derelict rooms.
Tell me about it.
All the sinks are broken. Yet again, like I like to say in all of my abandoned...
Ah, a person.
What's that? Whoa. They like pink tiles, don't they? What's in our room? There's another...
Yeah, that's interesting. They have pink tiles.
I don't like looking behind shower curtains. That just creeps me right out.
Shower
After a little while,
Did she say shower curtains creep her out or the shower? Something creeped her out.
Kaylee can capture an odd-looking thing at the end of the hallway.
Tell me about it. I don't want to see it.
Smells like an hospital in this part, Dad.
This looks familiar now. I'm pretty sure we've seen this. Somebody just stepped. They stepped out of frame super quick. It's interesting though because just because her camera is pointed down doesn't mean her face isn't looking straight and would have been able to see what that was. If this was staged, it could have been staged that when I lift the camera, as I'm lifting the camera, you step out of frame.
Smells like an hospital in this part.
But the rapid pace that thing moved, I wonder if it was put there in post. It moved so quickly.
Hospital in this part, definitely.
Nothing. Oh, it was there at that time. I didn't notice this time, but I did last time we watched this. Zoop! So how quickly it moved?
It would appear that an apparition is standing there and then walking towards the right into one of the rooms. She states that she didn't notice anything at the time and that only after reviewing the tape did they see the apparition.
Bam! It's completely standing there. Not gonna lie, looking at this, it looks very believable that something was there. If this was the same thing that moved, I mean, which I would believe it is, this looks like it wasn't put in post because of the, I don't know, the way that it's formed, the figure. It kind of matches too well with the rest of the video. It's blended very well with the rest of the video. It makes it seems somewhat believable. There's something there. I don't know if it's a person or a spirit, but there's something there.
If it wasn't any of her friends, perhaps. What else are we looking at here? A real ghost? Maybe a former patient?
It had a very defiant leg. Did y'all notice that? You could see the leg very clear. Kiddos, welcome to the channel. We got new channel members, baby.
That's pretty cool, that is. Smells like an hospital in this part, definitely.
I'm with you on that, Chris K. I don't know about this one either. Could be cap, could be real.
The next series of videos were recorded and documented by Haunted Wesley Manor. The user works as a contractor in a very old building from the 1700s. Endless stories tell about a derelict floor on which several apartments were built on. They were not occupied since the 60s. However, people say that they can still hear weird things stemming from that floor. And this caretaker has his fair share of really odd stories to tell. Often he was called up to the abandoned floors because people on the lower floors had complained about really loud noises.
Tell me about it.
At a certain point, the man started recording because in his opinion he had seen things that lack any kind of explanation. It all started though with some really strange voices that he could hear, and in the following video he was able to record them.
Let me see it. Gotta use my big ear.
People say that it sounds very demonic. Could that be so? But they also hear the voice of a child.
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Turns out that the spirit of a little boy seems to roam.
I definitely saw that little boy right there with the shoulder, but I ain't hear nothing really. But there's definitely something there. I don't know. That's weird, man. It almost looked like it could be a chair.
On these broken down hallways. But our cameraman has no idea what this apparition could want. However, he seems to be able to record this boy ever so often.
When was the other time he recorded him? Yo, is the boy here too? I'm gonna freak out. Yo, what the freak? I can't talk. Either that's a head or that's a head, but I can't tell. Or maybe that was nothing. Woo! No. Yeah, King Frostmere put emphasis on it too. Vicky's videos. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for watching the channel. And thank you for the $5 dono, baby. Y'all, we got almost 2,000 people in the live stream. That's crazy. Tori, the Sims. Thank you for the dono.
Seems to be peeking out from behind this beam, looking at the man. How creepy. A common theme, it appears. In one of his later visits to this floor, he tries to walk towards this apparition. It always disappears right after.
Bro, that's definitely a kid in there, man. Man. Oh, heck nah, bro. Karina, I've never tried freaking that type of cheese before. Sheep cheese? Ew.
Every time I go to chase it, it runs. I don't think it's a good idea I chase it anymore.
You didn't show it running? Aren't you filming? We didn't see the little boy run.
I think I'm playing with him.
Hey, don't play with no ghost child.
Every time.
I wouldn't play with him. I'm not. Is that a hit? Yeah, it is. He's ducking back. Look at him. Don't play with that child.
So, in the end, we can all just speculate what exactly is going on up there, and what keeps this apparition bound to this floor. Muyaya is quite famous for her wild nail design video.
Oh, yo, she is. I've seen her somewhere else before. It might have been in one of these videos. Or it might have actually been on Tickety Tockety. I'm like, yo, this chick just be going wild. Samantha, you know I will, baby. You know I will.
Videos.
Thank you for the $25 dono. It's much appreciated. Y'all, we got 2,000 people in the live stream. Hit that like button for your boy. We only been in here 30 minutes.
She reviews a lot of products and in general shows off her pretty unique designs that she can come up with. Today she uploaded a different video though, although in her mind she was just doing one of her usual videos. Clipping off
She has some beautiful eyes.
of her old designs and preparing a new one. However,
Them nails are too freaking long, man. It don't look good. It does not look good. It's not functional. Like, what the heck is she gonna do with her hands? Can she even wipe her ass? You're gonna be typing way up here by your chin when you try to type on a keyboard. Like, can she even use a smartphone? She gotta tell her boyfriend, hey baby, come press record. I'm trying to make this video. My nails too long.
However, today something else seemed to grab the attention of her viewers. She usually records these videos when she's all alone in her apartment, but today there was somebody else.
Her boyfriend. I remember now.
Time to say goodbye. Oh, jeez. Oh, they're so like, they are.
That is her boyfriend. That is her boyfriend.
It looks like a dark figure with short curly hair, staring.
Hey, Georgie. Somebody said that's Georgie paying peekaboo. Hey, Georgie. I'm Pennywise.
At her. Unfortunately, nobody was really sure what was going on here. Was it just her boyfriend?
Yep, it was.
Perhaps.
She already said it was.
That was pranking her.
He's not pranking. He's just weird like that. He does that a lot.
Or was it an apparition? A creepy occurrence for sure.
Shout out to Kimberly K for the $25 down. I can do that too. Weird faces. Weird faces are my specialty. You see this one?
The next video was found by Brian and forwarded to me. It's not of best of quality, but what is transpiring on this video is quite interesting.
Tell me about it.
It was captured by two friends who were just on their way home. The story goes that when the two heard some unusual weeping noises from the streets, they started recording, and then came across this.
Okay, what do they see? What's that? I see a white thing over there walking right there. What's that? Who is that? Bet you won't get closer. I would drive all the way up to it. Nope, never mind. Nope, I'm good. It disappeared right there. It disappeared when they zoomed in. It turned into a cat, actually. I saw a cat and a cat appeared and meow. It replaced the ghost. Look, watch. Zoom in and there's a cat right there. Nope. They did good by staying at a distance. I'm a fool. I would have got up close to get a better look. Hey, lady, you need help? Oh, you're not a lady. You are, but not in human form. Nope, not me. Look at that. That's a real ghost, y'all. We done see.
Looks like a figure in a white.
That was this. That was that right there. That was what that was. We just saw it. We saw it. That was real, y'all. I'm convinced. Again, I'm scared. I don't want to go to this haunted house thing. We approaching 1 million subscribers too quick. We only got 40K more to go, and I'm not ready. I haven't planned this thing yet. I haven't planned it. I swear, if I see a ghost, I gotta bring an extra pair of underwear. I'm gonna bring 3.
Dress that seemingly vanishes for a brief moment after appearing out of thin air again.
No, so the cat's already over there. I see the cat. Meow. I see the cat. His cat's already there. The ghost just disappeared. Zoom in again.
Some believe this to be the ghost of a lady that is walking the streets at night here. Could this be so?
It could be, or a man dressed, you know, he got lady garments on, but I don't know why he would do that. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's a lady too.
Is it maybe something more explainable? A light reflection of some sorts?
Nah.
Or what do you think?
Lights don't reflect like that. Nah, that was a ghost. Now you see it, now you don't.
The The next videos were recorded by user MetroTalk,
Tell me
who
about
loves
it.
to share a lot of train and subway
Dang, that look like... I ain't gonna say it.
related video material with his viewers. He films in different subway stations around his hometown, and every so often can also capture some anomalies.
It's dark
Power
down there.
outages are some of these eerie but very interesting occurrences that he likes to share whenever he comes across one of these.
I couldn't walk down this hallway. It's too dark. I need lights. Turn the lights on. Give me a flashlight, something.
One night, while walking next to a train and filming, there appeared to be a shadow apparition with him.
With him? Or on the train? Yo, it was something there and it ain't there no more.
What could this thing want, he wondered. Well, turns out that on one of the prior nights, he had captured this thing before.
I debunked it. I don't know what it is, but I know what it ain't. If you look very, 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 very close, whatever this is simply attached to this structure right here. This is attached to this structure, but what do we call camera quality like this? Potato. This is a potato. And the reason why it's a potato is probably because of the fact that it's been downloaded and uploaded to the internet and shared across the web so many times so that it loses quality. But this is attached to this structure. That's why when he walks past it and you look back this way, it's gone. It looks as though this thing could be a person standing on the track, but no, that's not the case. Watch very closely.
He had captured
It's so clear that this thing is attached to this.
this thing before, without really realizing it though.
Supposedly he's captured it before without realizing it. So there was somebody
seat sitting here in the seat.
So supposedly somebody's sitting in this seat back here. Heck, you could say the same about the other side too. It also looked like somebody could be sitting over here. So the camera picks it up.
Viewers
So the camera picks it up, but he didn't.
pointed out that they saw it again, standing outside of one of the train cars.
Let me see. Yeah, you could definitely see it there. He could have somebody with him that's staging this stuff. I thought the same thing. Maybe it's his own shadow. Kenneth, I thought that same shit.
Metro was baffled after realizing what he had captured here, a full-body shadow apparition. Could it be possible that this
That's not his own shadow. Because he's moving, this shadow isn't. And I'm trying to figure out where this shadow could be coming from. I can't place a person anywhere that could cast this shadow. Interesting. I'm stumped on this one. Kevin done upgraded his membership. He's now a super supporter. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Amber, thank you for the $20 dono, sweetheart. We in here, baby.
to respond to this station for whatever reason? Hard to say.
Yeah, Mike, I do plan on watching the fight tonight as I'm getting these merchandise orders together. I'm going to play it on this TV right here if I can. I got to order it, I guess. How much is it? Can somebody tell me how much the fight cost? I'm going to be watching it by myself, I guess. Because I'm going to be up late tonight, baby.
It was forwarded by Sunbro, and he found it on a channel called Neon V White.
Oh, we've seen this before. Watch the door behind me.
It features a young man who is recording a video featuring his newly developed piano skills. However, the really interesting part is unfolding in the background. The young man had never uploaded anything creepy, so his viewers were a little bit intrigued.
I got bored over the quarantine and I'm trying to limit.
Alright, so y'all saying the fight is $50? Okay. That's better than I thought. I thought it was going to be like $100. I'll do 50.
Piano. So yeah, what's up, guys?
What is it streaming on? What can I get it on?
DM here. I got bored over the quarantine and I'm trying to learn the piano.
Oh man, I wish you would learn this piano first before you try to play it for your viewers. I mean, yeah, it's cool to, you know, have the experience and let your viewers, you know, follow along with your journey, but you're gonna hurt a bunch of ears in the process, buddy.
All of a sudden, the door opens behind him,
He looked genuinely freaked out.
and he seems quite a bit surprised. Of course, he leaves the room to check. Can't find anything though.
And,
I remember now. That cat. He gonna go into that room and his buddy's standing right there.
When he then reconstructs these events and pans the camera towards the room, he can see a dark shadow standing in front of his closet. Neon later states that he didn't see anything weird at the time.
He saw that. He know that was his boy standing there like this. No, that wasn't me that opened your door then ran back in the room to hide in the wide open with all black.
So we can only suspect that maybe only the camera could pick this apparition up.
Man, if only the camera can pick up this black... I was about to curse, but I'm not going to do it. It's Family Channel. Then this dude is blind. I'm not wearing the right cap, but y'all know. Y'all saying it in the chat. I see you. If he didn't see that fool standing there,
Right? If it wasn't just a skit, of course.
yeah, it was. It was a skit, all right.
At this point, the
Fool know darn well he cannot play no dang on piano. He had to make the video interesting somehow.
The Japanese ghost channel Fourth Wall has received a recording from a viewer who went exploring an abandoned apartment complex with a friend. Local legends were talking about unusual sightings, and that for whatever reason, there seems to be a gateway to the other side.
Tell me about it.
Intrigued by these stories, the two men make it onto the premises and take their time while exploring this place. Unusual noises shouldn't be too concerning in an abandoned place like this, especially at night, right?
Tell me
But
about
it seems that the strange moaning sound was getting the attention of the two. They didn't see anything and kept continuing their nightly trip. At some point, something really startles one of the two men.
I always find it fascinating when there's voices that we're supposed to hear, but we're not supposed to assume that the voices came from the guys that are there recording, that we're viewing. We're looking at these guys, and you want us to think that the voices came from somewhere else when they could have simply came from the guy behind the camera. Or the guy in front of the camera with his face blocked out so you can't see his mouth move.
And they make it out of there as fast as they can.
We've seen this before.
Reviewing their footage, though, we could see that something else appeared to be with them, even though the two men didn't notice that thing at the time. A tall figure seems to be standing there.
That thing look misplaced. It don't look like it belongs there. Like, I feel like this is outside at night. If this is a person that's there, you wouldn't be able to see them because it's so dark in that space that they're in. There's no light to illuminate their face, so why would we be able to make out a face? Unless it's a ghost.
Maybe even looking at them.
That look like a blob. 2 blobs.
But there's more.
Yeah, somebody walked up here, I think.
Look at the apparition on one of the upper floors, looking down from behind the railing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now I remember that now. This bluish apparition.
There was one more curious shadow.
Yeah, I don't understand where that shadow came from though, for real.
Do you see it?
See, I do see it, but I don't know where it came from. Like, real talk.
I really wonder what happened there that night, and how many lost souls actually could be roaming this place. What do you think?
That would be crazy as heck if it was like a bunch of spirits and entities there. Y'all, we got almost 2,400 people in the live stream. Big.
A really spooky location, though.
There could be more than just 2 of these guys there. It could be like 5 or 6 of them just plastered in different little areas. And the other 3 are just supposed to make it seem like there's something else going on. Spooky. I'm telling you guys, I be feeling like a lot of these content creators, and I'm not trying to discredit them at all, but I feel like it may get to a point where, let's say that ghosts and spirits and entities are not real. I'm not saying that that's the truth, because I believe that they are, but I'm saying, let's say that for a second they're not real. If these guys are going to these places to film and find ghosts or spirits and nothing is happening, they're like, oh man, look, this is getting boring. Let's make something happen. It's a possibility. But I ain't been yet, so I don't know. I just believe that there's some stuff out there. I hadn't seen them yet. You know, there's a difference, you know. Wait, was this the first video? We've only been through one video? That's crazy. We got 2 more to go. It's time to mix it up, though. It's time to mix it up. This next one. Ooh. This is wild, cryptic sightings caught on camera. Let's see what this is about. I think this is a slap ham video. Yeah, boys and girls, ready? I'm ready. Yeah, we got almost 2,500 people in here now. As a matter of fact, I want to let Instagram know what they're missing out on. That I do. That I do. Yo, Instagram, look, y'all missing out. We got over 2,400 people in here right now for the last live stream for quite some time. That's right. If you didn't catch that memo earlier, this is the last live stream for a minute. This next video, again, wild cryptic sightings caught on camera. Let's go.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious videos that have left the experts baffled. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more scary content. Just like this.
Real quick, Dragon Tech is teaching us something right now. Talk about we see blue spirits and entities. King Cole. I probably will still be doing premieres on Mondays and Fridays, but they just won't be live streams. But not for another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks though.
When geneticist Neil Gemmell first went on his expedition to Loch Ness, he probably didn't expect to find anything too out of the ordinary. However, he was in for a shock when he reviewed the last bit of his underwater footage. While he may not have stumbled upon the fabled prehistoric plesiosaur that is said to stalk the depths of the Scottish lake, he was still able to find something truly surprising. In this short clip, we can see a fish slowly making its way towards the camera. While this may seem innocuous at first, it later becomes clear that the fish is swimming away from something. Watch what happens. As you can see, a long tentacle or eel-like creature makes its way through the background.
It wasn't all that big though.
According to the scientist, it's more likely that Nessie is a large eel rather than some prehistoric dinosaur, and he points to this video as proof.
But I don't know, maybe it was far off in the distance.
Furthermore, for the myth to have persisted for so long, he figures that several of these eel-like creatures must call Loch Ness home. Although the legend of Loch Ness Monster traces its roots to Irish missionaries in the region in the 6th century, the modern image of this creature has primarily been informed by the reports of Scottish journalists in the 1930s. Taken in 1938, the iconic surgeon's photo depicts...
I know what this is. I know what this is. Back in the day, this was supposed to be a Loch Ness monster, but really, it's just somebody's arm coming up out the water like this. This is what this is. It's just somebody's arm coming up out the water like that. It's just coming up out the water like that. That's what they're doing. And they zoomed in on it so it looks like it could be something big in the water. But no, it's just somebody's arm doing like this out of the water. That's all it is. I debunked it. This is the world famous Loch Ness Monster. It's my arm. It's an arm coming out the water like that. That's what it looks like.
It's a silhouette of what appeared to be a large creature in Loch Ness.
No, it's just that.
The authenticity of this photo was later debunked. It turns out it was just a toy submarine.
You see? It was just a little toy, but it could have easily been that.
Nonetheless, the image ignited a worldwide passion for the creature, and many people still travel to Loch Ness in the hope of catching a glimpse of this ancient beast. So if there truly are a breeding population of undiscovered eels down in the depths of Loch Ness, then where did they come from? And why have they eluded scientists for so long?
And that was Cap. This man sat there and had that camera under the water for 5 days. Didn't catch nothing but this little fishy fish floating around in front of his camera. He was like, man, I gotta spice this footage up. Let me go ahead and throw this little Loch Ness eel in there.
An outdoor meditation session is a great way to relax while getting close to nature. However, in Alec MacDonald's case, nature might have gotten a little too close.
Tell me about it.
Noticing a large black feline in a nearby field, MacDonald grabbed his phone and snapped a photo as quickly as possible.
The times we live in. This man spotted what could be a jaguar in the distance. And instead of trying to flee or get the heck up out of there, he's like, oh, let me get my phone and take a picture. That's how you die, fool. That is how you die. Shout out to you, Valerie. Thank you, sweetheart.
The image, which was taken in...
Bam! What I tell you? You got this big old cat that could take this man's life, and he over here like, ooh, look at this. This is a photo op. Hey, take a selfie with me, kitty. Meow. This is how people die. Being stupid. I know this is the episode of Black Mirror right here, man. Pulling out the phone at the wrong time instead of trying to get the heck up out of there.
New South Wales, Australia depicts a large black feline skirting on the edge of a nearby forest.
I would have boo-booed on myself and the cat would have smelled it and came after me. I would have died that day.
Notably, the animal has a large head and a very muscular frame.
Maybe I would just lay down so the cat wouldn't notice. I fall into the grass like real slow and softly and lay down in the grass so the cat won't see me.
Because of its robust features,
Woo!
many people who have seen the image think it's some sort of panther. However, most local
That's the Black Panther. Wakanda for life.
biologists have concluded that the creature in question was simply a large feral cat.
Nah, look at that tail. That's a Black Panther.
Officially, Australia has no native panthers,
They got one.
but accounts of panther-like animals have been recorded across the country since it was first colonised by the British Empire.
Well, there you go. They got panthers.
Known as the Blue Mountains Panther by some believers, this big kitty has been reported by pilots, hikers, hunters, naturalists, and many others.
Not me.
Could this animal be a known species that has been inadvertently introduced into the area?
I promise you, they got panthers out there. Or freaking jaguars. The same thing, whatever. But they got them. They got them. That's one right there. I'm telling you, if he took this picture with his phone and zoomed in, nah, that thing is big. He wouldn't have zoomed in on no little house cat or a little bit bigger than the house. No, that's a Wakanda for life.
Or could it be an entirely new kind of feline?
Nah, it's a Black
Whether or
Panther.
not the Blue Mountains Panther actually exists, enthusiasts from all corners of the earth continue to flock to the Australian wilderness to try and catch a glimpse of this elusive beast.
Look, man, that ain't no regular house cat. That's a monster.
TikTok user Sergio Luis Reis was just enjoying a nice summer day on a Brazilian beach when he was suddenly interrupted by a jellyfish-like monster that looked like it belonged on another planet.
Tell me about it.
The creature, which had a bulbous head and long tentacles, floated near the surface of the shallow waters just a few yards away from the cameraman.
That just look alien.
Like any young man in this day and age, he quickly busted out his phone to take a quick video to share on social media.
It just started pouring down out there. Diesel says, "Let's go, Mayweather." I know that's right, man. I want to see him take out a tall white boy named Logan Paul.
Although the creature seemed to just float near the surface for the duration of the short clip, there's no denying
I bet he won't put this camera under the water and get a better look at it.
that its presence must have been somewhat unnerving.
Yeah, I see a bunch of people on the website copping merchandise. I'm going to shout you guys out at the end of the live stream. Thank you so much. I'm autographing everything, baby. Best believe I'm going to be up late tonight watching the Floyd Mayweather fight and knocking out orders.
Several varieties of jellyfish roam the planet's oceans, but the larger varieties typically stay away from shallow waters. So far, no prominent marine biologists have commented on this strange video.
Because it could be cat.
There's a good chance that the specimen was simply a sick or injured jellyfish that had lost its sense of direction. This could explain its docile nature and strange appearance. However, it doesn't seem to resemble any extant jellyfish species.
I was thinking the same thing. It's the tentacles or whatever is so dark in the head. That head ain't right. It's kind of orangish.
Did Luis Reis come across an entirely new species, or did he just happen to cross paths with an ugly duckling? If it was just an extant species, then why was it so close to the shore? And why haven't similar creatures been spotted near Brazil's extensive coastline? It seems that terrible and fascinating creatures are drawn to beaches across the world. As Svetlana Clementieva took a casual stroll along a beach in Kamchatka, Russia, she happened to stumble upon a grotesque mass of appendages resting on the shore. Since this
Yo, Diesel dropped $100 though, man. We can't even just go past that, bro. $100 freaking. Big boss.
The monster didn't resemble anything that she had ever seen before.
Yo, what
she
is
decided
that?
to take several snapshots and a quick video.
Oh, what the freak is that? Do y'all know what this is?
The unidentified object, which had a slightly fuzzy texture, didn't appear to move, so Svetlana and the video's viewers determined that it was a corpse.
I bet it stinks.
At the
That junk look like it smelled like the inside of a booty hole.
time of the video's release, Sergei Konev, a local marine biologist, asserted that the mass was simply a chunk of dead whale.
I knew it. I can smell it. I got a look. Yep. My stomach, it hurt. Oh, I can smell it. Ew. How did I smell it? How did I smell it? I'm legit sick, y'all. I ain't even playing with y'all. Oh, shit. I already don't like seafood.
Others claimed that it was the corpse of a giant squid, but that wouldn't explain its strange furry texture.
For real.
Still, many people
And what kind of whales are furry? I ain't never seen a hairy whale. Have y'all? And stop talking about your auntie. That's not funny.
think that the furry texture was just a result of decomposition.
Maybe.
Because giant squids and colossal squids tend to inhabit deep waters far away from the coastline, it's extremely rare for their corpses to wash ashore.
Oh, that's pretty.
Sometimes, however, sick or injured squids make their way to shallower waters, but as a result, their corpses are typically found fresh and mostly intact. Consequently, many people have wondered whether this corpse might belong to an entirely new beast. After all, the vast majority of the ocean has gone unexplored, so it wouldn't be too implausible for an undiscovered sea monster to wash ashore. Do you think that the experts have been correct in their assessment of this creature? Or might there be another explanation for this very massive flesh and appendages?
And y'all look stink.
TikTok
Rotten corpse got a stink.
user Cryptid Chronicles has uploaded a video that shows a holidaymaker going about their day at an American ski resort when they happen to notice a large group of fellow skiers and snowboarders gathered near the edge of the tree line.
Kate says it was wearing a fur coat because it was cold. You a fool. It was dead. What up, Jason? Thank you for the $50 don't know, y'all. We got some big ballers in the stream tonight. I appreciate y'all. That's some support. I swear on everything.
The clip shows the faint silhouette of a vaguely human-shaped creature in the forest. According
It's raining outside.
to the uploader, the animal was between 8 and 10 feet tall.
That's a big thing.
As the camera holder zooms in, the large figure remains relatively stationary, but it seems to be manipulating something with its hands.
A tree. Or no, I'm not gonna say it. Yo, is that the dude taking a piss? I mean, you know. Couldn't miss your live. We raced home from the store. We couldn't miss your handsome face and personality. You brighten mine and my baby girl Caroline's day. And with and with all we have going on is needed. That's what's up. I'm glad I could do that for you guys. Shout out to you, Janice.
Accounts of mythical giant apes have appeared all across the world and throughout much of recorded history. Many names have been ascribed to these beasts. Sasquatch and Bigfoot tend to be the most common names for cryptid apes in the United States, and dozens of sightings occur every year. Some scientists and cryptid enthusiasts believe that certain human ancestors or relatives could have survived into the modern era. They might be just so intelligent that they've continued to elude capture. However, if these intelligent creatures are truly roaming the wilderness, then it's only a matter of time until someone gathers more concrete evidence. wildlife on the Cody First Nation Reserve in Saskatchewan tends to be a pretty calm and quiet place. However, when possible monsters visit at night, that sense of peace and normalcy can disappear in an instant. One night, a Redditor who lives on the reserve...
I'm going to skip this one because we've seen this before. You want to see this? Feel free to click the link down in the description box below. Woo! This place looks gorgeous. I want to go here. Jay Acosta, welcome to the channel. New channel members. We got about 5 of them today so far, I think. And we almost about to hit that 3,000 live viewer mark. This is crazy. Hit that like button for your boy too while we in here, cuz.
Thailand's a great place to try delicious food.
Oh, this is Thailand. I have some friends that's been here a few times. I want to go.
Visit the beach.
But it's hot.
And take a hike.
It's hot.
Apparently, it's also a prime location for anyone who wants to encounter an undiscovered cryptid.
Maybe I should go during the wintertime here. Maybe it won't be so hot there. Yo, it's coming down hard out there. I was hoping to go get a little bite to eat after this live stream. But it sound like, that weather sound like it will blow you over.
Kayaking through a charming cove.
Yeah. Ain't no umbrella gonna do you no good going out there in that. Nope. You still gonna get wet. That rain gonna be blowing like that.
With a group of like-minded tourists, Jemayal Kawaja encountered the strangest thing. Within a partially submerged cave, he and the tour group ran into a tribe of furry humanoids, dancing and playing strange instruments. At this point, Jemayal Kawaja took out his camera and let the film roll. While he only recorded the strange crew for a bit over a minute, according to him, the group continued to perform for a total of 30 minutes.
Come on. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was a little tripped out because I don't know how trusting those boats are. But these fools look like they standing up in the water like them. Like that water ain't deep at all, man. Like it's like 3 feet deep max. Can the boat even be on top of that water like that?
It was later revealed that this performance had been orchestrated by Tori Raines, a Norwegian artist. She had enlisted the help of local actors to make the bizarre scene come to life. While this odd scene may have been fabricated, it raises many intriguing questions. What inspired Tori Raines to come up with such a scene, and why did she want to perform it in front of a bunch of tourists? Still, it would have been quite a sight for the surprised kayakers.
Yo, that water looks amazing. I want to go so bad. But that's like a 20-hour flight too, bruh.
Take a look at a bizarre sighting in Argentina. Remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
Like I said, you go to his channel, hit his bell and like button, subscribe, then come back and do it the same here, big baby.
Also, a completely free way to support our channel is to generously prod that like button there.
Exactly. Support the channel. Hit the like button. For the YouTube algorithm.
The Argentinian city of Villa Carlos Paz is known for many things. It's a picturesque resort city that features beautiful valleys and luscious lakes, and many tourists visit the city to escape the many stresses of life. However, its glimmering waters may hide a dark secret. Shortly after crossing a bridge at the edge of Lake San Roque, Julieta Garcia saw a long, motionless creature floating on the surface of the water. Thankfully, the creature washed ashore, so Garcia could analyze it more closely. Measuring in at around 80 centimeters long and 10 centimeters wide, this strange animal is not something that you'd want to see swimming alongside you.
What the freak is that?
While the eel-like beast had a slender body, its massive head was conspicuous.
Man, that junk got human lips, man. Those are human lips, bro. Like, I just gave it a kiss. Those are human-like lips, man. I'm a fool, y'all. I'm getting sleepy. Y'all know how I act when I get sleepy. I just started being random as heck, man.
Furthermore, it didn't seem to have eyes. Many
It didn't see me kiss it, did.
commenters asserted that the sea monster was just a massive eel. However, freshwater eels in the area are not that big,
And they don't look nothing like that.
and they typically don't have such a bulbous head. Could this have simply been a sick, injured, or deformed eel, or is something more mysterious going on?
Now, that was a new creature, man. I feel bad for it. It don't got no arms or legs. It just got to wiggle in the water its whole life. That sucks. And it ain't got no eyes. It can't see where it's going. It just has to taste its way.
The beast may have been introduced by humans, or it could have somehow found its way into the lake on its own. Then again, there's always the possibility that this type of creature has always existed in this lake, but maybe Garcia was simply the first one to see it. After all, if scientists could film a potentially undiscovered eel-like creature in Loch Ness, then why couldn't a similar animal show up in Lake San Roque? Now, if you want...
TW Wolves, it's okay. You can be late. I'd rather you be here than not here at all. Nah, I mean, we got one more video. And then I gotta go because your boy hungry and I gotta stay up and work on these orders for you guys so I can get them out the door tomorrow so y'all can get y'all merchandise this week. Since I won't be posting no content. That's the least I can do. Where's the videos? Oh, here it is. This next video and last video with our almost 2,800 people in the live stream. I see the shout out stuff still coming through, the donos as well as the orders on the website. I'm gonna be shouting you guys out at the end of the live stream after this next video. This video, I'm gonna mix it up yet again. This time we're doing some Mr. Ballin'. Some Mr. Ballin'. What y'all talking about over here, man? It says, I managed to snag my daughter a Nope Not Me t-shirt. Sweet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are running out in the blue. Andrea K. What y'all laughing at? Y'all laughed at something. What did I do? It was like when I kissed that fishy thingy. Yeah, it just tastes like fish. I gotta go brush my teeth. Anyway, y'all, this is Mr. Ballin'. What happened in room 348? Solved Mysteries. Episode uno. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
I will be shocked if any of you can figure out what actually happened before I reveal it at the end of the show. But before I get into today's story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right channel because that's all we do, and we upload 3, 4, even 5 times every week.
What up, CJ Atkins? Thank you for the donut. We in here, baby.
To lay out and get a good suntan. Suggest the faraway dock on Kidney Mountain. Also, please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. All right, let's get into today's story.
Dude, let's low.
On September 15th, 2010, a 55-year-old man named Greg Flanagan checked into the Elegante Hotel in Beaumont, Texas to start his work week.
Okay.
As a young man, Greg had worked as a chief engineer on ocean-going vessels, spending months out at sea. But in his middle age, he had reinvented himself as a landman. It was Greg's job to secure leases of mineral rights and land for drilling. Greg was slender and fit-looking despite the fact that he never exercised and he smoked constantly. He kept a close-cropped white beard and he had the leathered skin of a lifelong outdoorsman. Every Monday morning, Greg would make the 2-hour commute in his pickup truck from Lafayette, Louisiana, all the way to Beaumont, Texas, where his company would always rent him a room. The hotel itself was neither good nor bad, but to Greg, he didn't care. He just needed a bed and a TV. Once Greg walked inside, he had a bathroom immediately to his right, and then a little bit farther in was the main section of the hotel room, which was very basic. You know, straight ahead there was a window that looked down onto a small pool that was lined with potted plants. And then in the main space was a queen-size bed, tucked up against the right wall, and then on the left wall was a TV. Greg wheeled his one suitcase into the hotel room, and he put it at the foot of the bed, and he opened it up. He pulled out the shirts that he wanted to keep free for the week, and he hung them in his closet. Then he pulled out his toiletries that were kept in a cloth bag with a hook, and he hooked those onto a towel rack. Then he took off his very worn brown boots and his faded blue jeans, and he slipped on some pajama pants. Anytime Greg stayed at the Elegante, he rarely left his room. There was a bar downstairs, but he wasn't a big drinker or socializer. He preferred to just have quiet nights alone in his room watching TV. So that night, Greg cranked the air conditioning to make sure it was as cold as it could get. He liked to sleep in a very cold room.
Me too.
And he hopped on his bed and he put 2 big pillows behind his head and he rested up against the headboard.
What is this man doing? He's up to something.
And then he took a towel and he laid it out next to him. And on the towel was his ashtray, his cigarettes, his lighter, his phone, the TV remote, and a candy bar. Then he picked up the TV remote, turned it on, flipped through the channels until he landed on one that was playing Iron Man 2. And he thought, good enough. Put the remote down, picked up his candy bar, opened it up, he ate a piece of his candy, and then he grabbed a cigarette, lit up a cigarette, and he began smoking. The following morning, Susie, Greg's wife, did not get a call from her husband. And he always called her every morning that he was gone. That was their routine, and this was a big break from their routine. And so she tried calling him, and his phone rang and rang and rang, and he never picked up. And so then she called his Beaumont office, and he didn't pick up. But after the second or third time she called, his coworkers picked up the phone, and they said, hey, Greg's not here. He hasn't come into work yet. And Susie felt concerned. She felt like something was wrong. And she said,
hey, just like a woman, man, the women intuition, boy, you can't mess with it, man. They know what's up.
do you guys mind just going to his hotel room and knocking on his door and making sure he's okay? And they said,
this man is up to something.
Sure, we'll go over there. So the two coworkers head over to the hotel. They knock on Greg's door. He doesn't answer. And so they go down and get the manager, who comes up and opens Greg's door, and right away they find Greg lying dead in the middle of his hotel room. The way Greg was positioned when they found him, it looked like he had fallen to his knees and then fallen again onto his face, and his left arm got kind of tucked underneath his body, and still in his two left fingers was a cigarette that had not fallen from his hand, that had burned down to the wick. The room was exceptionally warm, and Greg's skin was grayish blue. Immediately after seeing Greg, the two co-workers called 911. Shortly after the ambulance arrived at the hotel, Detective Scott Apple arrived in his cruiser. Apple was a short guy, very, very fit. He had silver hair that he spiked up. He looked 100% cop, and he worked basically 24/7. When he got up to room 348, there was no sign of a break-in, nothing had been disturbed inside of the room, and there was no blood or obvious wound on Greg, with the exception of a slight abrasion on his cheek when he came down and hit his face on the rug. He looked around the room and he found Greg's wallet that was sitting in the back pocket of his jeans, and there was hundreds of dollars in his wallet that had not been taken, so he ruled out robbery. He went out into the hall and he began interviewing the other occupants of the surrounding rooms, and no one had heard anything and no one had seen anything. He went back into the hotel room and he began looking around for drugs of any kind or any substance that Greg might have taken that could have contributed to his death. And there was nothing. No prescription pills, no alcohol, nothing. Later that day, after the family had been notified of Greg's passing, his grief-stricken wife, Susie, called Detective Apple, and she said, you know, my husband did not take good care of himself. He had a terrible diet. He's been smoking like a chimney since he was a young teenager, and he never saw a doctor. And I always told him that if he wasn't careful, something like this was going to happen.
Something could creep up on him or sneak up on him. Yeah. Oh, this is a fascinating story, because it's almost like the detectives can't rule out any possible thing that could have happened to this man. They didn't find anything that he could have did to self-harm himself. That didn't make sense. Self-harm himself. You know what I meant. They didn't find where it could have been a robbery or a break-in or a murder. It's like it's just all up to the autopsy at this point.
I always worried that he might have a heart attack or something. So at this point, not only does Greg's family think he died of natural causes, Detective Apple also thinks the same thing. He's thinking about what he saw in the hotel room, and there's no sign of any foul play. It just looks like a guy whose lifestyle caught up to him.
Yeah.
Greg's body was sent to Dr. Tommy Brown, who in Beaumont, Texas, he was like the medical examiner. He'd been doing this for years and years. Dr. Brown had read ahead that they believed Greg had died of a heart attack or something like that. And when his body was wheeled in front of him, there was nothing he saw right away that contradicted that theory. The only two marks that the doctor noted on the outside of Greg's body was the small abrasion on his face from where he landed on the rug, and then he also had another small abrasion on his crotch. But beyond that, the rest of his body was completely unblemished. When he looked inside of his body, it looked like someone had literally just crushed his insides. His torso was full of blood. Food from his intestines had been ripped outside. He had ribs broken, internal organs were lacerated, and there was a hole in his heart. Dr. Brown...
What? How did all of that happen to the inside of this man's body? You would think a spirit or entity or something crawled into his body and just shredded him up.
Brown was really confused at what he was looking at, because the severity of Greg's internal injuries were more consistent with someone who had been in a severe car crash or who had had a really heavy object land on them, but Greg didn't have any significant external injuries that would support either of those two things happening to him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said what I said. Like, something had to go in his body and tear him to shreds from the inside, because he has no outside physical wounds or abrasions or any type of injuries that will, depict that he had been in a serious accident that would cause him to have these internal, damages. Like, what?
And he was found in the middle of a hotel room where there was nothing disturbed and no one had apparently seen or heard anything. And so Dr. Brown says, look, I don't have all the answers here, but this was not natural. This is a homicide. And my best guess is he was beaten to death. I know it doesn't really make sense because there's not any external injuries, but he suffered some significant trauma from somebody else, and that's what killed him. When Detective Apple got this report from the medical examiner, he was just as confused as Dr. Brown was, but his attention turned to, okay, well, if he's been murdered, who would want to murder him? And he began digging into Greg's background, and he found that he was universally liked. He was known for being incredibly courteous and polite. He kept to himself. He was in love with his wife, and his wife loved him back. There's no evidence of some scandal in the background. He was just this really nice, normal guy, and it didn't make any sense why anybody would want to kill him. After a few months of getting
jealousy, maybe?
Nowhere, and in reality, he hadn't really even gotten started because there wasn't any good starting point. The only thing he could find that was odd about the crime scene was that the room was particularly warm when they walked inside, which was not in keeping with how Greg would have kept the room. But that doesn't explain why his insides were crushed.
Exactly.
And so he's gotten nowhere, and then he makes a discovery. He found in the hotel's maintenance logs on the night Greg died, he had been making popcorn in his microwave and managed to blow a fuse. And it wasn't just his power. Maybe Greg didn't know this, but he cut the power to both the room next to him on his right and on his left and below him. And so he calls down to the front desk, and a maintenance guy came up and he reset the breaker. This opened the door to two theories. The first theory is the maintenance guy, who did have a criminal record, when he came up to fix the breaker, he attacked Greg. But that was wildly speculative, and there was no evidence to suggest that the maintenance guy would do that, and so that was quickly ruled out. The other theory was Greg's neighbors in room 349 were these two electricians who were big partiers and drinkers, and so Detective Apple suggested that maybe when Greg accidentally cut the power to their room, they were really annoyed, and they went outside in the hall, and they saw Greg, and they somehow realized he was to blame for this, and in a drunken rage, they attacked him and killed him, and that's what killed Greg. And even though it was a stretch, it was the closest thing to a motive Detective Apple had found in anyone.
That's a creative that's a created motive, though. Like, they came up with that in their head to think that that was the reason why, anybody would attack this man. You can't just do that. That's a horrible assumption.
So Detective Apple put on a hidden camera and he went and interviewed these two electricians that were still staying in room 349.
Okay.
And he said when he spoke to them, they were very forthcoming. They seemed very honest. They were appropriately curious about what happened to Greg. And all they said was, look, we had no interaction with him. We did hear him coughing when we came back from the bar. We were at the bar that night, but honestly, that's the extent of our interaction with him. The electricians offered up their cell phone numbers, their email addresses, and said, anything you need from us, we'd be happy to help. We're really sorry this happened.
Wow, very genuine.
At this point, Detective Apple is back to square one. No one knows what happened to this guy. The one big lead he had, the maintenance records, proved to be a total dead end. And so unfortunately, this case went cold. 7 months after Greg's death, where there had been absolutely no traction on figuring out what happened to him, Susie, Greg's wife, decided she wanted to hire a private investigator. And her friend suggested she call Ken Brennan, who was a famous private detective who was well known for being able to solve really complex cases. And so on a whim, Susie calls Ken Brennan, not expecting to get through to him, thinking he's probably super busy and has other cases because he's on TV and he's this really famous guy. But he picked up the phone and he was like, hey, how can I help you? And Susie couldn't believe it. She had a chance to tell him about what happened to her husband, and Ken said he was really interested and that he would take on the case. Ken was a former Long Island cop, and he was a DEA special agent. He spoke with a really thick New York City accent, and he wore t-shirts that were a little bit too small to show off his muscles, and he usually had a big, gaudy gold chain on. Once Ken agreed to take on this case, he flew right to Lafayette, Louisiana, where Susie lived, and he sat down and he asked her a lot of really difficult questions about their marriage, about whether she thought he might be cheating on her, if he had like a secret life she didn't know about. And after feeling satisfied that all those avenues had been explored and were not going to lead to the answer, he said, okay, well, can you tell me anything about the crime scene that stood out to you? Is there anything about it that seems off? And Susie said, yeah, Greg always kept the air conditioning on very cold at night. He never slept in a room that wasn't freezing cold.
That's me, y'all. That's me. I have the AC on like 68 right now, and I got the ceiling fan on. I sleep with it very cold. I choke if it's hot.
And so I thought it was really odd
or warm
when his coworkers discovered him that the air conditioning was off and it was really hot inside of the room. That's incredibly unlike Greg for his air conditioning to be off. Ken made a note of this, and then he left Lafayette and he went to Beaumont, Texas to meet up with Detective Apple. And Detective Apple and he actually got along really well. They agreed to work together on this case because Detective Apple feels like he's reached a dead end anyways. Apple brought Ken to the crime scene, he showed him the hotel room, and then afterwards he turned over all of the documents he had on the case, from the autopsy report to the photographs to anything he'd collected over the 7 months he'd been working on it. So that night, Ken diligently looks through all of the documentation, all of the photos, and the next day when he goes into Apple's office, he says to him, I think I figured it out.
This man think he might have figured it out. Y'all, we got 2,800 people in the live stream. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate y'all so much for being here. I see people on the website copping merchandise. I'm going to shout you guys out at the end of Mr. Ballin's video here. We got about 10 or 15 more minutes, and then we'll be there.
And Apple's like, oh, really? You figured it out one day after being here? And Ken's like, no, seriously, I think I figured it out. I have to confirm something with his wife, but I think I have a theory. And so Ken calls Susie right in front of Apple, and when Susie picks up, Ken's like, hey, did your husband ever smoke with his left hand, or did he smoke with his right hand? And Susie said, oh no, he only smoked with his right hand. Then Ken goes, thank you very much. He hangs up and he goes, Apple, I got it. And so Apple's like, okay, what's your theory? And Ken says, okay, so I spoke to Susie and she told me it was very strange that his room was not air conditioned when they discovered his body, because Greg was known for always turning on the air conditioning to as cold as it can get, especially at night when he went to bed. Yes. And so when his power went out the night before, his air conditioning would have gone out. And so the maintenance guy comes up, turns the power back on, but it doesn't trigger the air conditioning to turn back on. The room is still cold from having been air conditioned all evening to that point. And so the TV is back on, and so perhaps Greg turns and just starts watching TV because the room feels air conditioned. He hasn't realized that he hasn't turned the air conditioning back on again.
Okay.
Now this is Beaumont in the summer, so it's going to get really hot in his room really quickly, and as soon as it starts to warm up in there, he's going to realize, oh, I didn't turn the AC back on,
right.
And he would go over and turn it on again.
Right.
And so because the air conditioning wasn't on, and we know that the power was restored at 8:30,
right.
Then he must have died after the power was on, but before it got warm enough in the room for him to recognize he did not turn the AC on, which means he would have died somewhere between 8:30 and 9 p.m. at night. And so Apple's like, wow, that's...
Dang, he got a 30-minute window that this man could have died, but what would have caused his death? And I hope that Mr. Ballin doesn't say something that's going to have me changing the temperature in my place, because I do keep it extra freaking freezing in here. I choke. I can't stand when it's warm. When I'm inside, when I'm outside, I'm fine. When I'm with other people in their home or in their car, I'm fine. But when I'm in my house or in my car, I have to have it very cold. I hope he don't say nothing that's going to change that. I might have to start adjusting my temperatures a little bit.
That's pretty impressive, except that doesn't really help us figure out how he died.
Right.
Who killed him. And Ken puts his hand up and he says, I know, I'm just building the whole picture here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we have him dying between 8:30 and 9.
30 minutes.
And I don't think he was beaten to death. I think a lot of people want that to be what killed him.
No, I don't think so either, because he didn't have any bruises on his body to indicate that.
Because it's kind of the only thing that might make sense. But I say it definitely doesn't make sense because of the cigarette. Now, we found that cigarette in his left hand, and I talked to his wife, and she said he only smokes in his right hand. And so what I think happened is the power came back on at about 8:30, which is what the report says.
Okay.
The TV turns back on. Greg doesn't turn the air conditioning back on. He sits on his bed. He's watching TV. He lights up a cigarette, and he's smoking with his right hand. And then something happens to him, which I'll get into my theories on that. And he jumps off the bed, and he starts making his way to the door to get help. And he transfers the cigarette from his right hand to his left hand so he can use his right hand to turn the doorknob and open the door to safety. But he doesn't make it. He falls to his knees and he falls to the ground, and his cigarette's still in his fingers, and he dies. And Apple's like, you know what? That's pretty good. It makes a lot of sense. But the crucial missing piece here is, well, what was the trauma he suffered that caused him to jump from his bed and run to the door and then ultimately die?
All right, so even with this build-up in regards to what he's about to tell us, like toothpaste. Okay, but still, like, I hope that what he says brings clarity in regards to what the coroner, the autopsy showed, that this man inside of his guts and stuff looked like it was torn to shreds. You're talking about food that was outside of his stomach but inside of his body, like a hole in his heart. Like, did all his excessive smoking just deteriorate his insides?
Ken's like, I got a theory on that too, but I got to be in the hotel room to see if it's true. So Apple and Ken go back to the hotel room. When they get there, Ken goes inside and he starts walking around, looking at the ceiling, the wall, the ground, and then finally he stops when he's looking back towards the front door leading back into the hall, and he points at the wall and he says, there. And Apple looks at what he's pointing at, and it looks like there had been some patchwork on the wall in the same spot where the doorknob, when it swings open, would hit the wall.
Okay.
And so Apple's looking at it, and he's like, that's just from the doorknob. And so Ken takes the door, and he opens it all the way to where the doorknob is pressed against the wall, and it's to the right of this patchwork, meaning this patchwork is not connected to the doorknob. Apple was confused and was about to ask questions, and Ken was like on a roll, and he said, hold on, and he goes outside. He goes next door to room 349. They go inside, and Apple walks in the room, and he's watching Ken do his work, and Ken's rubbing his hands all over the wall, and eventually he stops, and he looks up at Apple, and he takes his finger, and he pushes on one spot in the wall as Apple is watching, and his finger goes right in. And what he pushed on was this little chunk of toothpaste that had been wedged in this little tiny hole in the wall, and he pushed it through. Apple brought in a crime scene investigations unit who carefully excavated both sides of this wall, and they shined a laser from 349 into Greg's room, and the trajectory of the laser going through this hole lined up perfectly with where Greg would have been sitting on the bed, smoking cigarettes, eating candy, watching a movie. So Ken and Apple go back to the medical examiner, Dr. Brown, and they say, look, you missed something because Greg got shot. And unfortunately, Greg's body had already been cremated, but they did have the pictures to look at from the autopsy. Right. And sure enough, they find that little tiny laceration in his crotch was actually an entrance wound. And then when Dr. Brown pointed out there was a hole in the heart, and it kind of lined up with the trajectory that bullet would have been traveling through his body, Dr. Brown realized he had made a mistake, and he changed the autopsy report to reflect a gunshot wound.
What? How? The abrasion on his crotch, like, how do you not pick that up as being a gunshot wound? And then the hole in his heart, how do you not pick that up as being a gunshot wound as well? What kind of gun did they shoot this fool with?
Ken and Detective Apple re-interviewed one of the electricians that had been in room 349 that was in the room where the gunshot had originated from. His name was Lance. And when they brought him in, they said, this is totally routine. You know, it's been 7+ months since Greg's death. And what we're doing is any of our witnesses, we want them to sign a statement, basically.
They trying to get this fool. Ooh, so them dudes were disingenuous, but they made their story sound very genuine. The electricians, interesting. Yeet that demon, you a fool, CJ. What up, TV? What is going on with you, girl? Thank you for the $20 dono. Y'all, we got almost 3,000 people in here. We're almost done, though. Got about 5 more minutes.
Testing that this is what I saw or didn't see. And so they had prepared a statement that basically lined up with the first thing he had told police, which was, I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything. And they said, is there anything you want to change about your story? Or is this exactly what you saw and heard? And Lance said, yeah, that's exactly, I don't know anything. I wish I knew more, I'm sorry. And like, all right, well then can you sign this document saying that you don't know anything?
Why would anybody shoot or kill this man? Especially if it were these electricians or one of them. Like, what was the motive?
And you didn't see anything. And he said, yeah. He signs the document, and then Ken's like, all right, gotcha, because we know a gunshot was fired from your room, and that's what killed Greg. And so you need to tell me who shot the gun. Otherwise, I'm taking you to jail for submitting a false police report. At this point, Lance crumbles, and the truth comes out, and he said that he and the other electrician in the room with him, whose name was Muller, they were goofing around and drinking that night, and Muller went out and got his pistol from his car, and he brought it in, and he was goofing around with it. And Lance was saying that he was trying to get him to stop doing that, but he kept goofing around with the gun. And at one point, he aimed the gun at Lance, and Lance kind of batted it away from him. He dropped the gun, it landed, and it went off. And they saw where the bullet hole was. They saw it was into Greg's room, and they both froze, and they listened to see if anybody had reacted to this gunshot. And he said they didn't hear anything for a long time, and that made them believe that no one was in the other room, that no one was in Greg's room. And
So they lied. Instead of being truthful and honest and coming forth with and saying what had happened, you know, obviously, even if it was them a careless mistake, a careless act, them goofing around with a gun, one of them would have did time. One of them, if not both of them, would have got arrested, and they know that. They're aware of that. And because of the nature of how it happened, and that it was not a malicious attempt to, you know, end someone's life deliberately or purposefully, it was so much easier for them to come off as being genuine when they were faced with, you know, do you guys know what happened here? You know, this guy is dead next door. Do you know who might have done this? Wow, that makes perfect sense. That their story was that believable, because it's not like they did it on purpose, you know. And then they used toothpaste to cover up the hole. Wow. That's crazy.
They were in the clear. And so they left and went to the bar. They didn't even think to check on who.
If it wasn't for the wife, like, really looking for somebody to investigate this whole thing, they would have got away with that.
Or was in that room. And when they came back, they said they heard Greg coughing in his room, and that further confirmed that he must not have been in there when they fired the shot, and he's totally fine, and they are totally in the clear. The next day, Lance said when they saw his body being taken out, at first they did think, oh my goodness, this is us. We did this. But they overheard Detective Apple walking around interviewing people saying out loud that, yeah, we think this is natural causes. Yep, looks like a heart attack. This is probably nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. And they were like, oh, phew, it's not us. And so they actually believed it was just a coincidence that on the same day they're firing a rogue bullet into Greg's room, that Greg had a heart attack and died separately.
I forgot about that. Well, I didn't forget that part of the story, that it looked like a natural cause, because they didn't see what would have looked like gunshot wounds, which still baffles me, because was the guy not wearing clothes? Could y'all not see entrance holes in both his pants and his attire, his shirt or whatever? But yeah, that makes sense as well. They heard the investigator saying that, oh, it looked like natural causes. So of course they would think, oh well, let's just make it seem we don't know what happened. That's crazy.
But Lance would say that somewhere in the back of both of their minds, they knew they probably had something to do with it. And so they covered their tracks. And they put toothpaste in the wall to cover up the hole, and they hid the gun, and they intentionally kept information from the police. And so ultimately Muller, the owner of the gun, the one who really instigated that night, waving the gun around, and the one who actually dropped the gun, he was charged with manslaughter and was given 10 years in prison. So that's going to do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's story.
Whoo, that would suck. Yo, what's crazy is that dude looked exactly how I thought he was going to look too. But that would be so crazy. You playing around, obviously doing something you shouldn't be doing. This incident occurs, it happens, and then 7 months down the road, they find out that it was you guys that actually did this, even though you wasn't 100% sure if it was you or not. That was the cause of this man's dying. And then one of the guys ended up having to do 10 years in prison. That would just suck. I mean, it wasn't like it was purposefully done, but still a life was lost. Wow. Wow. Nicole, what's going on, woman? Good to see you in here. Phew, man. I done got real sleepy. I'm trying to fight it because I got to stay up and knock out these orders for you guys. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. But I got some shout outs to do, and then we'll be out of here. Shar says, take care of yourself. Yes, ma'am. You know I will. Kelly, what's going on with you, woman? When did you drop this off? This says 5 minutes ago. Talk about one more. Look at this woman here. Kelly. I'm sleepy, sweetheart. And I gotta stay up. I gotta fight. If I keep watching content, I'm definitely gonna. I gotta watch the fight too. Dang, what time the fight start? Y'all playing. I can't even be here no more. Hope you enjoy your time off. Take it easy. Shout out to Josh. Another one that's always up in here. Appreciate you so much, brother. Andrea, what you talking about, woman? A contribution to your vacay. This is not about to be a vacay. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna be here the whole time. I don't know what to do with my free time, but hey, yeah. Shout out to Ashley, another one that's always up in here. Amanda, gonna miss you. I understand though. Seems like a lot. Yes, it most certainly is. But shout out to you, Amanda. Thank you so much for the don't know. Christopher, take your time off of YouTube. We'll be here when you're ready. That's right, baby. I love it. Misty tried to scare me. You a fool, woman. V-Men, another one. He's always up in here. But yeah, let me get on the website right quick and see what you guys got going on over there. King Cole, one more for the AOK Mafia. Travis, it's not that Travis. It's a different Travis. Glad I was able to make it to my first live. Love your content, man. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, my brother. And appreciate the $10 don't know. Y'all, we done had about 300 people drop up out of here. But it's all good because of the people that's still here. A lot of them, they're waiting for their shout out. And I'm about to give it to them. Let me get over here on the website real quick. Real quick. Janice. Oh, her last name Ramsey. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Caroline. Shout out to Caroline. She got 2 tank tops. Christine, shout out to you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Christina, right behind. That happens a lot. A lot of time when people be ordering, it be 2 people with similar names or with the same name that be right behind each other. I'm like, how does that happen? Chris, shout out to Chris. What did Chris done cop? Oh, okay. He copped that. He copped one of these, and he copped that Karen shirt. Nice. Shout out to you. I'm going to autograph both of those for you, brother. They coming. I'm going to drop them off at the post office tomorrow. KD, shout out to you. Thank you so much for your order. Same thing. She got that big brain energy cap and the Karen pullover. Nice. Stephanie, shout out to you. Thank you so much for your order. Lynn, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Brenda, shout out to you. Amy, what you done cop, woman? Oh, is this the order? Yeah, I bet it is. The tank top, the Nope Not Me tank top, and the Nope Not Me blue t-shirt you said you cop for your kid, right? I think that was the one. Tony, shout out to you. Hold on. Who is this? Demetrius. Oh, you got that Karen tank top and the note. Look, the no cap. Look, no cap. Bailey, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the order. Same thing. Big brain energy caps are going fast, y'all. And Karen tank tops. Nice. Thank you. Shout out to you again. Daniela, shout out to you. Dominic, shout out to you. Thank you so much for your order. What you done cop? Oh, you caught. Oh, look, you caught one of the beanies, man. The beanies are almost gone. I think you got like one of the last 3 that are left. Carrying tank top and a sticker. I got you. I'm gonna autograph all of it for you, baby. That's a promise. That is a promise. Joe, shout out to you. Janet, shout out to you. Oh, that was yesterday. Yeah, that's it, you guys. We are done. It was fun hanging out with y'all tonight. Hold on. I got to get back over here to the chat. I can't even see y'all. I was too busy looking at the website. What y'all talking about? Hold on. Let me refresh. Yellowhead Hunter. How you been? I've been all right. Oh, that was you? Oh, I see you. Okay, that was you. Okay, I see you, Janice. What y'all talking about up over here? Good night. Good night, Katie. Oh, that's Kate. My bad. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Come visit Vegas. Oh, yeah, I would love to come visit Vegas one day, Tori. I've been meaning to go out there. I got a friend that's in Vegas right now, actually. An old high school friend. Said, we'll miss you. I'm going to miss you guys, too. Dylan says, your shows are awesome. Love watching. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, Dylan. Rain says, have a great 2 weeks, man. I will. You know I will. Lawrence Taylor said, did I miss? Yeah, I mean, you might have missed. We're going on a 2-hour mark. Wait, what? I'm over here trying to read one thing, and I'm seeing another. They're asking for one more freaking video. Yeah, we've been in here almost 2 hours, man. I don't think I have another one in me. I feel drained like this. Like this. I feel slumped over like this. Y'all want another video? Since it's going to be a while before I give y'all another live stream. Could be months before I give y'all another live stream. Y'all want another video? Let me see what I can find. Gosh. God, man. Y'all don't give me a break, do you? This is why I need a break. Because y'all don't give me a break. Y'all, we got 1,800 likes, man. That's pretty good. I need 200 more likes for another video. 200 more likes for another video for the YouTube algorithm, because y'all know how they likes it on the algorithm. In the meantime, in between time, I think I got another shout out to give. Liz, enjoy your time and take care as much as you need. Take as much as you need. I most certainly will, baby. I most certainly will. And thank you for the donut. You guys are awesome, man. Even though we done lost like 600 people in the stream right now, it's okay. The real one's still here. I'm not saying that the other people aren't real too. You know, it's late. They might be tired. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she got another page. Yes, cute. Anyway, where we at? Do we got our likes up? I was looking at my phone right quick. My bad, y'all. Y'all, boom! I just hit the like button. We got a little less than 100 more likes to go for another video. Yeah. I know, y'all. We got about 15 people on the website right now. Y'all, good luck. Good luck trying to order stuff, because I'm pretty sure, as you can see, a lot of stuff is sold out. And stuff is going quick. And I'm glad, because I ain't had nowhere else to put nothing else. But I'm bringing back something when I hit 1 million subscribers for one last run. One last final charade. I'm bringing something back that a lot of my newer subscribers have been asking for, because they didn't get a chance to get it over a year ago when I had it. So, y'all will see what that is. Riley. Oh, Rainy. Thank you for the $20 dono. You're so kind. Appreciate it. Harlan upgraded his membership. He's now a Mafia member, cuts. But we got 2,000 likes, and we're about to get to this last video. What is this video? What is this? Okay, here it is. This is unexplained videos that remain a mystery. Y'all boys and girls ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is
Slap
Slap
Ham.
Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious video clips that no one can quite explain. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more freaky content.
Just like this.
Often the people who come across mysterious things that blow their viewers' minds aren't even looking for anything strange. That's exactly what happens in this video from Panji Petwalang TV on YouTube. In this clip, the explorers are looking for something pretty normal, frogs. However, as they're looking for the amphibious critters, something very strange appears in the background of the video. The footage takes place at night, apparently the best time to hunt for frogs.
Makes sense.
The majority of the light in the clip comes from the headlamps that the explorers are wearing during their hunt. The explorers are in a wooded area, so the shadows from the trees make it even harder to see.
See more.
Watch what happens.
Oh, whoa.
As you can see, something runs by in the background.
Yo, that look like a humanoid. Or a naked man. Ah! It was a naked, skinny man.
The creatures look mostly like
Or a skinny, naked man, one of them.
humans, except for the fact that their skin is a pale grey colour. They have no hair, and if they have any facial features, they're obscured by the darkness.
Yo, that dude got
They're
some,
also
he got some really long arms, too. Trisha, thank you for the $50 dono, sweetheart. I'm gonna miss you guys as well. Best believe.
wearing no clothes, which would certainly be unusual for humans walking around a wooded area.
At night, too. With no flashlight or nothing. How this man just out here butt naked, if that is a dude?
Once the explorers notice the creatures, they take a look at their footage for more information. The footage of the strange creatures prompts the explorers to chase after them for a better look. They note that the beings move very quickly, possibly too fast to be human.
That makes zero
They're able
sense.
to catch another glimpse of the
So they see the creature, and then they go back and view the footage, and then they run after it. By the time it took y'all to freaking pull up the clip of where the dang on creature was on the video, he probably got far away. He was running after all.
creatures, but are unable to get a better view.
This man crawling.
Based on the limited glimpses, the explorers believe that the creatures might be aliens. However, without additional information, it's impossible to know for sure.
Man, oh yeah, they was after the chase after him a little. This fool bust his face. Where you go? Where you go? Where you go? Dang.
The rules of physics tells us that it's impossible for a person to appear or disappear out of thin air.
Is it
However,
though?
this strange clip may just have you questioning everything you think you know about reality. The footage was taken on an outdoor security camera at an unknown location. The camera is pointed towards a roadway where we can only see a few vehicles travelling along. Keep your eyes open when a white vehicle drives towards the camera.
Yo, where did that fool come from? Where does this girl come from? She was.
As the vehicle passes by, there's no one on the road. There aren't even any other cars passing by.
Whoa,
Yet
where she
the
come
person
from?
seems to miraculously appear just behind the vehicle as it drives past.
Yo, where does this girl come from? Oh, shit, that hurt. Yo,
the person appears standing straight up, which would have been impossible if they had have dropped from the back of the car.
Yo, she really came out of nowhere.
There are also no other cars nearby which they could have jumped from.
Literally.
The person wanders around for a moment as if confused as to where they are.
It's almost like she...
Before they walk down the street a little further.
It's almost like she came out of a,
Where could this mysterious...
She came out of, like an alternate universe, and she just appeared right there. It looked like it for real. I used to watch The Flash a lot, and stuff like that used to happen a lot.
Person have come from. Some theories suggest that they crossed over into our world from another dimension.
Exactly.
Many people believe that they're a point.
Yeah, and this is the type of stuff they used to have in the show Flash too. And what was the other one with all the different superheroes or whatever? That kind of like multiverse with the Flash and I can't remember the name of it.
It's where people can cross over.
I know somebody's gonna comment it.
Between worlds, which could explain situations where people seem to appear and disappear out of nowhere. Another possibility is that a glitch in the camera made it seem as if the person appeared from nowhere, even though they were actually just walking across the street. However, there's no glitch in the movement of the car that's driving, making this explanation less likely.
No glitch.
Where else could this person have possibly come from? For now, no one seems to know.
Legends of Tomorrow, that's the one. You got it. Legends of Tomorrow, that was the show. God, my belly is growling, I'm hungry.
Since the first humans walked the earth, it seems that people have
Hey, Dakota became a channel member. Shout out to you. Thank you, sweetheart.
always been looking to the stars and wondering whether we're alone in the universe.
We not.
This video from YouTube channel Channel may provide compelling evidence that aliens are indeed among us.
I know they are.
The video was recorded in Hachioji near Tokyo, Japan on May 12, 2021.
Aliens are real.
The footage shows the skies above the quaint little town. The day is a bit cloudy, but there's still plenty of light about. At first, everything seems to be normal. After a few seconds, the camera zooms in and it quickly becomes apparent why this person grabbed their camera to record the sky. Some sort of flying object is hovering among the distant clouds.
Yo, I need that the Samsung phone that can zoom in. It got the moon setting. You can zoom in like you're zooming into the moon. That's the camera that needs to record all these dang on freaking aliens and stuff. Oh, snap.
Unfortunately,
I'm slow. I'm about to do something right quick. My bad.
Too far away to see clearly. However, it seems to be an oval shape and dark grey or silver in colour. Examining the object closely, it seems clear that it's not shaped like any type of aircraft that we would normally see in the sky. Certainly no civilian aircraft looks like this. In fact, the object strongly resembles the stereotypical flying saucer that many UFO enthusiasts associate with extraterrestrial visitors. The object sits eerily still in the air for quite some time. Could this strange sighting have a perfectly logical explanation, such as an unknown military aircraft the likes of which civilians have never seen? Or is this a genuine encounter with an extraterrestrial race? Watch the footage again and come to your own conclusions. YouTuber The Highway 9 doesn't typically post scary videos on his account. However, when he decided to explore an interesting cave with his dog, his YouTube channel took on a decidedly terrifying air. It's unclear where exactly this cave is located, but it clearly looks like a place where few people have gone. The YouTuber cautiously heads into the cave's opening with his trusty canine in front of him. The cave is dark, only illuminated by the light from the camera. At first, the man and his dog seem to be alone, except for a few bats and bugs hanging from the top of a dead-end passageway.
Oh, I think I remember this. That dog scared me last time.
After leaving the dead end to explore another passage, things get terrifying. Watch what happens.
Come on.
Whatever it is, it's only visible for a second, as the explorer quickly turns around and runs back towards the entrance of the cave to escape.
Oh, come on.
Viewers who have examined the footage closely claim that the creature lurking in the darkness of the cave appears to be part man, part bat. Here it is brightened up and in slow motion. This sighting brings to mind a cryptid called the Ahul, named after its terrifying cry. The Ahul is described as being the size of a human with features of both bats and chimpanzees. It's said that the creature will regularly attack other creatures, even ones larger than it. After this video was uploaded on YouTube, the channel went eerily silent. No further videos have been shared, not even the usually benign content that the channel usually posts.
Yeah, and it's crazy that that video has so many views.
Did something awful happen to this YouTuber after the clip ended? Unless the man in the video can be
if something did awful happen to him, how would he even get a video up on YouTube?
identified, his fate remains a mystery.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how would the video all go on YouTube if something happened to him?
Oh, come on.
Cap.
Dragons have been part of the folklore of many regions for centuries. Although dragon sightings are uncommon, this video from YouTube channel Apex TV suggests that the mythical creatures might be hiding among us.
Let me
This
see.
footage was recorded by a hiker in China, somewhere
I love dragons. Let me see.
near the Lao border. The man took out his camera when he noticed what appeared to be a large animal flying through the sky. It may look fairly ordinary at first, like a large bird of prey. However, when the camera zooms in, it becomes clear that it's something else entirely.
Yo, I wish dragons were real. Like, this kind of dragon. Not the Komodo dragon. This type of dragon. That looks so legit. That looks so cool. Like, the way it's flying. Man, that would be dope.
The creature is large, with webbed wings and a long tail. It moves through the sky with an impressive speed that would be difficult for an ordinary bird to achieve. Many who have viewed the video believe that the creature must be a dragon. The shape of the wings and tail certainly resemble the mythical depictions of dragons that are a huge part of some countries' folklore. Chinese dragons are typically long and snake-like in appearance with 4 legs and long tails. These dragons often have strange powers, such as the ability to control the elements. However, the creature depicted in this video looks more like
Larry Thomas, if you're still in here, get a life, bro. Because clearly you ain't got one.
a dragon from Western mythology, with huge wings and a distinct tail. Could this video be evidence that such powerful creatures actually exist?
Man, I wish.
As always, I'll throw this out to you, the viewer. Let us know your theories in the comment section below.
Man, there would be so many freaking sightings of dragons. We would see so much when it comes to dragons. We would hear so many stories, so many tales. Well, there'll be more video and picture evidence, but there just isn't. But that looks dope.
Before we take a look at possible video evidence of a famous mythological creature, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. TikToker Plague Lol has uploaded an old clip that many think shows a famous mythological creature. In this footage, we see a view of a living room. A young boy is goofing around while his dog watches. The boy jumps and somersaults around the room, clearly taking the focus of everyone around. However, if you look at the background closely, you'll notice something peculiar. Watch.
Where?
A strange creature seems to appear from nowhere, running along the back wall.
And they saw it too.
At first, you might think it's just another dog, but if you look closely, you'll see that this is clearly no canine. The creature is small, probably less than a foot tall. It seems to rise up out of the carpet before quickly scurrying out of the room. Its mysterious appearance is made even freakier by its tiny size. It has the proportions of a human, but it's barely 12 inches tall. Its head is pointed, almost as if it's wearing a large pointed hat. Many of the viewers of the video state that the creature appears to be some sort of elf or gnome based on its small size and pointed hat. Gnomes are often depicted as small creatures capable of magic that typically live underground, which could explain how this creature is able to seemingly rise from the floor. Is this video evidence of a mythological creature or something else entirely? For now, the creature's identity remains a mystery.
That was a gnome, bro. That was, or could have been a leprechaun. Could have been a leprechaun. It looked like they saw that though. Like when it moved, they saw it and it scared them. Or it's a possibility that, you know, this is clearly filmed with a potato quality camera. And I just thought about how sensitive folks are. What if that's all they got? Not everybody can afford nice cameras like you, Artofkickz. Oh my God, you gotta stop talking down on people. This video footage also could have been recorded when cameras were not so nice. So many reasons why this, or like I said before, it could have been uploaded and re-uploaded and shared across the internet so many times that it lost quality. But it's also a possibility that the quality was purposefully turned down in the editing software. And it could have been a rat that scurried across this room, but it wasn't it wasn't that visible on camera. So they kind of, let's put a gnome on here instead. That would be way more interesting. But anyway, y'all, we've made it to the end of this live stream. I want to thank all of y'all who have been here. Over 16,000 people have come and gone. They'll probably come back and watch the rest of it later. I know it's pretty late in some places of the world, but thank you guys nonetheless so freaking much. I got a couple of more shout outs to do, and then I'll be out of y'all hair for tonight and out of y'all hair for a little while. I ain't no telling how long it's going to be, but it's going to be a little while. But let's see what we got here. She said, just call her Ramsey. Okay, I got you, lady. Shout out to you and thank you for the dono. Be well, brother. Catch you in the next one. That's Christopher Hernandez. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. I will catch all of y'all in the next one. Hold on. We got, was that Dave? No, that wasn't. I thought that was. Y'all, I got to go see what's up with this this fight. This fight tonight. And Denise, Miss Rodriguez. Shout out to you. She done copped the Karen multicolored tank top. I got you. I'm going to sign it for you, baby. Thank you for coming back and copping some more merchandise with your boy. But y'all know what time it is. You like this live stream, you like these reactions, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to everything we watched tonight will be down in the description box below if you haven't already. Make sure you follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. I think there was another dono, another shout out to give. And that was... What's today's date? Oh, yeah, it's today. Give me a second here. Brenda says, I can't watch the live with my daughter. I had to drop her off. Like he dropped her off at college. She said they usually watch it together, so they're going to wait. They're going to wait it out nice. That's what's up. Shout out to you and the daughter. Thank y'all so much for watching and supporting. But I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Be safe. Have a great week.